That's Johnny Turner. You're getting a live look at the National Civil Rights Museum this April 4th, 2018, 50 years since the assassination of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. On that balcony you see behind me, draped in black, of the then Lorraine Motel. Thousands of people have descended upon downtown Memphis to remember Dr. King and his dream, and also to ask the question, where do we go from here? Thank you for joining us. I'm Kim Clark.
And I'm Andrew Douglas. We have several events here that are happening right now across the city of Memphis, from rallies to marches, speeches honoring the work and the life and the legacy of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. WMC Action News 5 has extended coverage of this historic day with our teams spread out all across Memphis.
We start with a look at the way this historic day got started.
Today's commemoration began with the recreation of the iconic I Am a Man photo. The picture was taken on Beale Street. The original photograph was taken back in 1968 as part of the Memphis sanitation strike. Shortly after the I Am a Man photo reenactment, the I Am 2018 rally began.
WMC Action News 5's Jerica Phillips begins our team coverage live from Beale Street. Jerica.
And teachers to work for inadequate salaries. Thank you, West Virginia, Oklahoma.
Well, it's been an electric morning here in Memphis on Beale Street as they continue the rally, the AFSCME Union rally happening right now. I want to show you what's happening. That is Senator Bernie Sanders up right now talking, and he is encouraging the crowd again to continue the fight for social, economic justice as Dr. King fought for here when he lost his life some 50 years ago in Memphis. So holding signs and chanting, saying things like, together we bargain, divided we beg. Thousands of union members are here this morning in front of the Martin Luther King Labor Center. Celebrity guests like Common, Sheila E., and other top artists, and members of Congress, as you see again, Senator Bernie Sanders. They are all here speaking and performing. Earlier, we heard from Congressman Steve Cohen, who channeled his inner soul man to rally the crowd.
And he said, whether it's good times or bad times, let's stay together. So let's stay together. Together we'll win.
Let's go to DJ.
The rally will lead to a march for justice to Mason Temple in just a few minutes. They're actually getting ready to wrap up the rally here. I believe they have one more performance, and that is from the rapper Common. But again, this has been an electric morning here in Memphis as they continue to push for change throughout the country to keep Dr. King's legacy and dream alive. We're going to continue to stay here for the rally and give you another recap in the next 30 minutes. For now, reporting live, Jerica Phillips, WMC Action News 5.
All right, Jerica Phillips live for us over on Beale Street. And as soon as that rally ends, those participants will march from Beale Street to Mason Temple.
And WMC Action News 5's Chris Luther is live there with what he's been seeing and hearing in the crowd. Chris?
Andrew and Kim, you can really feel the energy here standing in the crowd in front of the AFSCME Union here in Memphis on Beale Street. The rally is starting to wind down. These people are already supposed to be getting marching at this time, but the march was delayed because setting up the stage took longer than normal this morning because of high winds. You can see the crowd here from above. All you can see is people as far as you look. Now, it's important to know the history behind this upcoming march. At the end of March 1968, a similar demonstration led by Dr. King in support of the sanitation workers ended in violence. The only march led by Dr. King that failed in that manner. He vowed to return and lead a nonviolent march in Memphis and reassert that the mission and use of nonviolence works. Now, this group will soon march 1.5 miles to Mason Temple. This is the march that Dr. King never made it to 50 years ago. All these people are marching in his honor, marching for his legacy. Now, soon that march should begin in the next 30 minutes or half hour. We're going to have another update for you in another half hour, and when this march begins, we're going to bring that to you live here on WMC Action News 5. Live downtown, Chris Luther, WMC Action News 5.
All right, Chris. And joining me now is the mayor of the great city of Memphis, Mayor Jim Strickland. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Kim.
So the day is here. A lot of planning and preparation went into this. Can you give us a little idea of what was going on behind the scenes?
Well, when I was sworn in 2 years ago, we knew this anniversary was coming up, and we started planning right then and had a good teamwork with the Civil Rights Museum, the Church of God in Christ, the ASME Union, obviously all law enforcement, and we wanted the occasion to fit what it should be.
Right.
And I think we've succeeded.
What was the most difficult part about getting this all together, do you think?
I think it's coordinating the permits and security issues and making sure everyone is safe, but has the opportunity to enjoy the event and also speak their mind.
Right. And what do you hope that people get out of today's event? I mean, we've got a lot of people coming in from out of town, national media spotlight. What do you hope they see in the city?
Well, it's important to commemorate the life of Dr. King. Absolutely, number one. But also number two is to realize that while we've made progress for sure, we've not reached the promised land. And we have a lot of work to do. And if you watch his speeches, they're as relevant today as they were 50 years ago. So we need to be challenged. Those of us in elected office, but everyday people need to be challenged. You know, he was real big on service. One of life's most persistent questions is, what are you doing for others? We all need to do something for others. Just think if everyone in Memphis volunteered at a nonprofit and helped others. This city would be so much better off.
Right. I've heard some of the people who are the current civil rights activists, so to speak, talking about a living wage, economic justice, quality education for all, and an end to violence, stopping the violence. How do you as an elected official take on those challenges as well with the constraints that you have?
Well, I agree with all that, and I think we've made some progress on that. But we for sure have the violent crime rate's too high, poverty's too high, our educational achievements too low. But, it's some progress we've made. I think we're very close to announcing universal pre-K. We got to improve the literacy rate. We got to build wealth in the African-American community, which I think Dr. King would have done. And we've made it a priority. We've increased our MWBE spend, minority-owned and women-owned spend, by 60% in our first year, because only 1% of all the business transacted in Memphis, not just government, is to an African-American-owned business. We have to build some wealth there. We're working to try to hire more police officers and work to decrease crime. We're intervening in the lives of more young people. Literacy is now in our summer camps and our spring break camps. We made our summer camps free. We've increased our summer jobs program. So we're making steps, but we're not there. We know we have improvement to do. Our challenge is our budget always, and our whatever natural increase we get through increased sales tax is pretty quickly spent. So we're trying to prioritize.
Right. And as I'm going to wrap this up now, but as we prepare to move on to other events and happenings throughout the city, what do you hope people take away from this particular moment, the 50th anniversary of Dr. King's assassination, just right back here?
Obviously a sense of reverence for Dr. King's life, but also hope that things can be better. We have made progress in the last 50 years. You can't deny that. And hope that we can do even more in the future. But look how diverse this crowd is behind us. So that gives me optimism. The young people being involved now gives me optimism. The number of great nonprofits and people trying to make Memphis better gives me optimism. I think the best days of Memphis are ahead of us.
Right. All right. Well, thank you, Mayor Jim Strickland.
Thank you.
City of Memphis, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
All right. Right now I'm hearing that we're having a lot going on at the rally downtown. Let's check in. I think someone by the name of Common has taken the stage.